we don't know anything. We're just monkeys trying to understand something. Come along with us and maybe we'll still know nothing. We're the honest honkies.
We're not rolling.
We're not doing that, dude.
We're not rolling.
We're not doing that.
Not rolling. All
That's
right,
not
welcome to Honest Honkies podcast,
I'm Shane,
and I'm your favorite host.
your leader, your freaking dictator.
That's
dude.
right, because I'm not wearing the red pajamas.
This is a special episode because we are recording. It is later than usual. This is going to be our midnight
What
cast
time is it?
in honor of my birthday,
Yeah, it's like 10.
the glorious day I was conceived. I mean, no.
No.
Birthday is really, I guess, just whenever you come out of the canal.
When is 9 months from now?
Well, it's actually 10 months.
Why? You born late?
No, conception to full term is 10 months. Which is so stupid because they always tell you 9 months your whole life. But it's 10.
Why do you say it's 10? Is that true?
Yeah. It's
can we
fl-
talk to your wife? Grace, is that true?
It's the,
Okay, it's 10 months.
I don't know, that's what they say. How many weeks? 45 weeks or?
I mean, that's easy to do math, really. So you're conceived in, like, April? Easter
February, March,
baby. Easter
April.
baby.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe a springtime chicken.
They were doing spring cleaning, if you know what I mean.
I can't believe we're recording this, dude. I'm just getting it together, dude. It's been a rough.
It's been rough today, dude. Are you kidding me?
I've had a rough week.
Okay.
I was basically, let's see, Monday was a fine day, but Tuesday
Tuesday.
the devil took a hold of me. He captured me.
What'd he do?
He took me by his side and did not treat me nicely. The devil decided to give me food poisoning.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he?
And that's why this podcast we usually record on Tuesday, and I was going over to Josh's house,
Yeah.
and then I realized I'm not going to Josh's house.
Yeah, I texted him. I texted you that morning. I was like, I cannot wait to see you tonight. I'm so excited. And you're like, yeah, dude, I can't wait to see you too, or something like that.
Yeah, I was extremely excited.
And then 8 hours later, yeah, I can't go.
Yeah, I'm not going to be there.
I was like, I almost started crying. I was like, what? Why?
The best part about that is that I was so excited to come see you, and then how quickly my day devolved. So it's like I get done, I'm playing ping pong at work, I come back, I sit down at the table, and I'm like, dang, I must be like kind of lightheaded or something. I don't know, I'm just feeling kind of weird. I'm feeling like dizzy, maybe. I'm feeling, I don't know, like I'm looking at my screen and I'm kind of starting to, like things are fuzzy. Like I almost can't focus. And I'm like, what is going on, dude? And I'm like, that's weird. And then 30 minutes go by and I'm like, I really am fuzzy right now and can't see anything. And all of a sudden, I really feel like I have to throw up. And then I'm sitting there. And you know when you like first have to throw up, you're like, no way am I going to throw up, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
Yeah.
And 10 minutes go by and I'm like,
Wait,
I am getting up and I'm throwing up.
You threw up?
now. And I run to my office bathroom, hug the throne, dude, and just say,
Those are the best throw-ups.
launch it, dude. I mean, one of the biggest throw-ups I've ever had. Dude, I don't know if we should talk about the cause right now because it's such a
You eat some
mysterious
exotic
cause. Well, I was working very hard that day, and I think I wasn't really watching what I was eating that well. So it was one of two things. I had sardines that day.
That's it.
And I either just straight up got like fish food poisoning,
That's
which
it.
I feel like is not that common with sardines, but maybe. Or it was the mixture of sardines and the other thing I had. The only other thing I had that day was coffee. So I had just eaten coffee, sardines, and had a pretty heavy workout with ping pong.
Pretty heavy.
I did my hour ping pong lunch break or whatever.
Dude, let me tell you what Shane ate at my place. This was like
When?
2 weeks or last week.
Oh, recently.
Yeah. And if you got food poisoning from sardines, I don't know how you didn't get food poisoning from this.
I don't know how I got food poisoning. It's
So,
crazy.
okay, no, this was before we started the pod. And I always eat before, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm starving, let me eat something. And you're on this like carnivore diet, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I got like cheese and stuff in the fridge, and he's like looking through my cabinets, and you find one of my cans of tuna, and he pulls it out, and he finally opens it up, and I expect him to like, I don't know, get some crackers or something to dip them in, or like put some seasoning on it, and I expect him to
I raw dog the tuna.
I expect you to take the water out, like seep it out. Dude opens it up, slurps the water off the rim.
The tuna water.
He goes straight in and just eats it out of the can.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I almost threw up,
I'm
dude.
a water dog,
The
dude.
water got me so bad.
I'm down in the depths of the sea, baby. I like the aluminum with my fish.
Does sardines have water on the top?
Well, okay, so that's the even crazier thing about
come on, dude.
the sardines I was eating
Those black water?
was sat in olive oil. So they're like actually kind of high quality sardines maybe, but to get back to the sardines, I am at work, I'm hugging the toilet, dude. I'm launching crazy vomit out.
Hugging it with your mouth?
I mean, there was a point where I couldn't hold my head up, so I just did my arm, like I did one side of the toilet to the other side of the toilet, and then put my head in the middle so I didn't have to put my head on the toilet. And I just said, this is where I'm going to stay for a second. And then, so I throw up, and I'm like, maybe I can get back to work, so I kind of go, and I just start to doing it.
Yeah.
10 minutes go by, run to the bathroom. Just throwing it out.
That's
And I'm
the
like,
worst,
oh
dude.
my gosh, I have to go home. So I relax myself, and I'm like, just got to make it home. I get in the car, everything's going all right. But here's the thing, dude.
You have to shift.
Daddy got a manual, dude. So I'm loopy, drowsy. I'm hitting gears hard because I can't focus.
You've got your vomit bag
So-
in your right hand and your left hand on the steering wheel, and you got to shift mid-vomit?
No, I'm literally laying my head on the on the dash or like on the car door while I'm
Yeah.
trying to shift, and I'm like just hoping everything's gonna be okay.
That's so crazy.
And then and I was feeling good for the first couple minutes, like maybe 15 minutes, and then halfway through the drive, I said, "Dude, I think I'm gonna throw up now, like right now." And I mean, when I said I started to look for like somewhere to pull over, by that time it was too late. I literally go, "Who?" And I said, "Oh my gosh, there's no way I'm gonna spray on my car." So I pinch my lips as hard as physically possible, and I say, "This is not getting out. I'm stopping it. I'm stopping it." And I pinch my lips and I swallow. I go, "Oh no!" I go, "Ah!" And I pull that throw up back down, but guess what, dude? Throw up does not want to go back down. So I go, "Whoo!" And I came right back up, plus the additional that was gonna come up. And so at that point, it breaches the seam and it starts leaking out. And I say, "Oh my gosh!" And then the third hit comes, and I go, "Ugh!" And by that point, it had ran down my body. And I just was sitting there with the moment of clarity, realizing I just threw up all over myself in my car. And the craziest thing was, all this is happening mid-turn. So I'm like having to steer the car, shift it, and just throw up all over my body.
I can't, bro.
It was the most brutal experience I've ever had in my life. I mean,
Dude, the fact that you tried to swallow it.
well, think about how much you wouldn't want to throw up in your car.
Oh, dude, I would try to get it between my legs, like on the floor.
But mine's kind of carpet. Yours is different.
I guess that's true, but
Everywhere in my car is bad. But the
Oh,
craziest thing
man.
was just like realizing I just threw up and all of it kind of like being on my mouth and stuff, and just on my sleeve, on my
I
shirt
can't even
sleeve, just kind of
imagine.
wiping my arm.
well, you
know?
can usually tell what it is you ate that was bad because it's not digested fully. Does it look like sardines?
The first one was just like literally sardine.
Okay, well, it had to have been sardines then.
I mean, I don't know if I would, because I feel like it's just whatever you ate recently. Because you could eat some horrible, then put some in, and then it'd come right back.
Sardines, it just seems like the perfect food to do that to
Well,
you.
the sardines, oil, and coffee just, I
The
feel
mixture?
like, and then mixing it around with ping pong, I feel like probably just,
Maybe. Man.
but also it wasn't just like a stomach ache. It was like I got violently ill. I came home, And I told I stiff-armed my wife. I said I threw up all over my body. I have
Don't
to go to the
touch me.
shower. I didn't even say a word. Like, you know how, because, and then I was thinking on the way home, I was like, should I pull over and, like, clean up? I was like, no way, I'm walking anywhere or walking inside anywhere
Yeah.
with just throw up all over
Yeah,
my
because there's
body.
also the chance you're gonna throw up again, and it's gonna take more time. You know.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
geez.
More time to get home.
So, yeah, I really wanted to do the podcast for you guys, and I was still thinking about maybe there was a chance, but
No, I would not have let you in my house if you had throw up on you.
oh, that would have been insane to walk
Man,
in
that
there.
is so crazy. I can't believe you waited this long to tell me that.
Well, I
props
had
to you,
I had to
dude.
do it for the honks, dude.
Props
And
to you.
I'm still recovering because I came home. Basically went to bed at 4:00 and then just didn't wake up. For the most part, I was in and out, fading in and out of reality.
Yeah. Dude, food poisoning is the worst, man.
I mean, I don't even
It's
think
gotta
I've
be.
had food poisoning that much, but I've had it recently a couple times. It's just
I had it last year around this time, and it was rough.
you throwing up,
Oh yeah,
you spewing.
throwing up all night long. Yep. Yep.
Are you? Did you ever get to the point where you threw up and you ran out of stuff to throw up?
Yeah, it was just like water.
No, not even just water.
What do you throw up?
I threw up so much this time.
Intestines?
No,
Bile?
I started throwing up bile, so it was just like green, and the worst thing ever. Just little drops of green coming out, and then at the very end, I was doing the motion, but nothing was coming out. It was
Oh, you're
air.
just dry heaving?
I was literally air. I was throwing up so much.
When was this? Oh, was this
Later
when you
that
ate
night.
Oh.
I woke up to puke. I literally woke up to puke.
You woke up to puke. You didn't even know you threw up?
No, I woke up and I said, I'm going to throw up right now, and ran to the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh man, well that's one way to start the podcast.
I mean,
I know there's a lot of sensitive viewers out there that probably have logged off already, but
I just talked
fine.
about throwing up for 11 minutes.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was a violent experience.
Okay.
I don't wish that on anybody. I would just say that that is basically a representation of what's going on with the world right now.
Violent throw up?
Just everybody's trying to hold it in, but it's just seeping out the mouth. And just
Yeah.
keeping it together.
Talk about violent throw up, dude. Did you see that press thing with Joe Biden last night?
No.
He called a presser, dude.
He called what?
Called a presser, where he speaks to the nation, you know?
He called to talk about what?
His competency, really. That's what the whole point
No
was.
way. He's like, I can do it.
Yeah, so you know how he like never like holds a face the nation type of meeting, right? Because he can't get through 5 minutes.
Yeah, he literally
Yeah,
just
so-
has that one lady do speeches for him, basically.
Yeah, the White House press secretary.
Yeah.
So he calls this last night, because I guess they're going through like his case, with the classified documents in his garage, and
Crazy. Never seen that before.
yeah, and so he pulls up, and this is like the worst. It's the worst by any precedent ever, for sure. He pulls up, and he's reading off the teleprompter for like the first 5 minutes or so,
Yikes.
and you know, seems normal.
Yeah.
And then I guess at the like 5 minute, 15-second mark, whatever they drugged him up with seemed to be wearing off.
No.
And so he just like starts like, you know, slurring his words like normal and everything. And then he lies about a couple stuff. And then he takes some questions from the press.
Yeah.
And
Some
they're
meatballs.
asking him about his mental decline and all that, how he's old. And they were quoting some people that were saying how he's just an old gent who just forgets things on occasion. And then he gets like, he
There's
takes,
nothing wrong with that, but not for the leader of our country.
yeah. So he starts taking offense, and he like starts yelling at the reporters and
No
stuff
way.
on live TV,
He geezer
addressing the
explodes?
nation. Yeah, and he's like, just like starts lying again. He starts yelling at these people, and then he's like, all right. And he takes like 2 more questions, and he's like, all right, that's enough. And so he
No.
leaves, and then he comes back, and he just starts yelling at him again.
No.
And it's like, you could just imagine like his I don't know what you call them, aides or whatever. Like his people behind the scenes were like just screaming,
the
like
SpongeBob in
"Please
the
no."
brain, everything on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
What's his name?
Oh man, I just cannot. That's political throw up, dude. That's political vomiting.
Dude, everything is just insane right now. Like, the crazy thing is like, even bad people are starting to sound good. I don't know if I should say that, but like, I watched
Like which bad person you talking about?
I'm talking about the baddest one. Talking about Putin, dude. Did you watch that interview?
I've seen clips of it. I haven't watched the whole
Did you
thing.
seen clips?
Is it long?
It's very long, but it shows. Okay, y'all, I gotta preface this, dude, because y'all gonna take me out of context.
So he the baddest?
He's doing he's doing a bad thing. Okay, you can't just invade a sovereign country, even if you think it's yours. I don't know, like, you can't just kill people. It's not the right way to do things. Anyways,
I mean,
unless they got good oil.
unless there's oil there, we can go right in there.
Unless they got
I
coming in.
smell freedom.
Oh, you guys are communists now, huh? Hold my beer, dude. No. But the way that he talks is so he's got to be old. Like, he's not Joe Biden old, but he's dang old. I mean, I'm tempted to look it up.
And I heard, like, I don't know, the past late last year, how there were rumors going around that he died. Putin died because they hadn't seen him in a minute.
There are people saying he died. He had cancer.
He had cancer, yeah.
Something. Anywho, the dude is so eloquently spoken. He knows the right amount of humor. The first part, like, he literally takes like 30 minutes of the interview at the beginning to discuss history.
Yeah.
But the thing is he's like, he doesn't just read a teleprompter. Like, he knows what his country's like been through, you know, in their view and stuff. And like he's reciting all these treaties, all these dates, these very accurate dates and events that occurred. And I'm like, dang, that'd be crazy to see somebody get up there as our president and not be mentally incompetent.
Just know what they're talking about.
Or on the Trump side, just, you know, not just like roasting people and making, like, say, make taxes less or whatever, but like just straight facts and just be like intelligent.
I wouldn't say he's Vlad spitting facts, but
I mean, he's spitting actual occurrences, just interpreting them differently.
yes, okay.
He's saying, like, I think it was kind of hard to follow because there was so much history, but it seemed like he was saying Ukraine and the surrounding countries, like, in 1654, like a long time ago, made a peace treaty when all of them were fighting and stuff. And then he was saying when they involved NATO, that violated the peace treaty and therefore was back going into war was fair. And it's like, I mean, you can interpret that, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It's obviously, you can't just...
But the point is, he's like eloquently spoken and isn't like slurring over words and isn't getting people's names mixed up.
Can have a 2-hour conversation.
Yeah.
And like,
dude, I can't even imagine Joe Biden having a 5-minute conversation.
Maybe Sleepy Joe is maybe he's an alcoholic.
AI.
Maybe after 5 minutes it started kicking in. He just started was down.
No, it was that meeting was like at 8:00 at night, and I've been told I've heard that his bedtime's at like 7 p.m.
Dude, geezers get serious about their bedtime. They really, like, you do not want to push them past the bedtime.
Go to bed at 7, you wake up at 4.
That interview was very interesting. I think that what I learned from it is America's going to be okay, but we're definitely doing some sus things right now. Like, we're just...
Like what?
I mean, Putin's just like, obviously something's wrong. If you have $33 trillion in debt, like, you got to figure out what's going on there. You got to stop spending money.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make your currency important again, because he was talking about the downfall of the American dollar, and it doesn't really mean anything as much as it does anymore. And just I mean, I guess the big theme of things right now is like whether or not we should be involved in wars. And did you see that we launched some freaking bombings on I think they're on
What's that
ships in like Yemen?
Oh yeah.
Bro, why?
Why?
Why, dude?
Why would we do that?
Why are we getting involved? I mean, I know
Because
like
they've been-
three of our guys died or
Yeah.
something. Bro, but you don't want to. I mean, y'all ever see the movie 9/11, dude? Y'all see what happened?
There's a movie about that?
No, but terrorists do not take kindly to that stuff, and I don't
So
know.
we should-
I feel like the move is not to just poke them.
Oh yeah.
I
I
feel
agree,
I
we
feel
should-
like if you're gonna, I mean, I don't know. That seems like an insane thing to do, is to just poke them
Well,
instead of coming to
I think
terms.
I look at it differently. I think poking him is better than not doing anything.
I mean,
but
I would.
What's better than poking is like actually annihilation.
I mean,
Because you know you don't want them to just attack a U.S. It wasn't an embassy, but it was like a barracks or whatever, like a base, military base. You don't want them just to attack that and us do nothing about it. You know?
yeah, but also like, what does annihilation even mean? Like, do you kill everybody that is in that country? Do you kill all of the people that proclaim to be, you know, extremists? Do you kill
You make a statement with what you do.
what?
Deterrence.
What do you mean?
Like you attack them in a way that will deter them from doing anything else and
But
anybody else.
that's never worked before. We did it for 20 years.
What else do you do?
I think that
I think if it's not working, we're not doing it right.
Well, I think like there's never the reason why it works out is 'cause there's never a clear mission. Like the problem with poking them and like bombing some random cities is like there's no mission. It's like we're not dedicating ourselves to a war.
Well,
I mean, there's kind of a mission with saying we're just retaliating for this one circumstance for like the 3 soldiers that died, which I guess is something.
But they didn't even do that. Do you hear? They told them, we told them where we were going to bomb and when we were going to bomb it, so they could get everybody out. We just like destroyed buildings. It's like, what's the point?
I mean, you tell people so there's not like still the women and children there. That's the point. You can't just bomb. I mean,
Yes, you can.
I don't know. That's something that I would disagree with 'cause it's just like you can. It's like then you get into an argument of how much wrong can you justify for doing the quotations right thing. Like how many innocent people can you kill in the way of getting the right people? Then it's like trying to weigh good to bad, and which is like never works out.
Yeah.
Like you literally never. It's playing God a little bit.
I mean, I
Which-
just think. I don't think it's cool that they killed our Americans.
Dude, I'm gonna put this
I
out.
don't think it's cool.
If you freaking kill our American soldiers, dude, that is uncool.
If you kill our troops again, I'm
Me-
gonna take that personally.
Me and Josh will suit up. We will be we'll draft ourselves.
I'm almost out of that age limit, but I'll get in there.
I'll freaking draft myself.
I'll come
dude.
for you.
One more soldier, I'm in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be a green beret.
No, he'd be a red beret. Look at him. He'll get in there. He'll get in the trenches in
I'm
that.
sexy, dude. I'm in silk.
Really? Is this really silk?
I don't know if it's silk or
If this is silk, I'll stop making fun of you.
maybe satin, maybe
Nah.
satire, or I don't know.
Satin? Oh, it's silk?
Silk, 3,000 GPM or
Man,
whatever.
let me look at that tag, dude.
3,000 GIPs or GPMs or whatever.
Ikawa? Oh, made in China. Dude, come on.
That's where all the silk's at.
That's where all the silk's at. Nah.
It is. They have the little silkworms.
What?
Look it up.
I can't.
Silkworms is in China. You got your phone. But I
Fact
mean,
checking.
I would say that for Russia or like for Putin, it's like kind of clear what their mission is. Like, they want to get some countries or some locations back. And so their war seems more like objective oriented. And I feel like if America started treating things more objective oriented, then we'd probably get a little further.
You're right. It's China, mainly.
They got them silkworms, which is great.
Apparently.
They're just duking out
I thought silk came from like a plant.
Nope. Dude, the City Skylines game I played, it's got
Which one?
City Skylines.
City Skylines? You play that?
Yeah, it was the one I was playing. You can do different kind of crop production in farms.
You do silk?
You can do wheat. Dang, I blanked on all of them. Wheat, ore, mineral, oil, precious ores, diamonds, grains, and then it's got a picture of
Cotton?
it literally has a picture of a cotton, but it calls it like fine textile fabric or something. Like, it won't say cotton.
It won't say cotton.
I'm like, bro, that's such a weird one to like. It's like, dude, they were farming everything. It's not like.
Isn't it weird that like cotton comes from like a plant and also it's kind of comes from an animal?
What?
Like a sheep?
But that's wool.
I know, but like it's like the same. Is it not? Is it not the same thing?
I mean, it's close,
Okay.
but
We gotta shake head shake.
I see what you're saying.
It's like the same texture. It's white, and it's like goes in clothes.
I think if you felt cotton and felt wool, you'd be like, oh, these are pretty different.
Maybe. Wool's more expensive. Right? Yes, it is.
Crazy thing is,
I don't know.
Depending on the type of, sheep or what's a big group of sheep called?
A
The
herd.
fluffy animals. No, I like the big group.
A herd.
Because you got sheep, alpaca, llama.
Like a pack of sheep.
No, like the big group of fluffy animals.
Oh,
You
A
got
cloud.
sheep,
the clouds breed.
cloudophilia. The genus, cloudogenus.
A cloudite.
What's the genus of sheep?
A
The-
genus. A genus of sheep. I can't even say
Oh
it.
my goodness.
A genus.
No,
A
dude.
codis.
No, dude, you suck. No, but you know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
know.
You got sheep. You got
A
llamas.
sheep is
You got
is
sheep, llama. What other kind of woolly animals?
an alpaca.
Alpaca. What else?
A woolly mammoth.
Maybe a ram, but that's a dude sheep.
Sheep for camelids. They're the camel family. They're not
Well, but
Wait,
they
so a
looking
sheep
like
is not a camelid?
What's a sheep? Is it a sheepalid?
Livestock?
Barn animal? Oh.
Repeat what she said
yeah.
while I look this up.
The producer's saying llamas and alpacas are camelids and not sheepalids. What is a sheep?
Sheep and goats belong to the family Bovidae,
Ooh.
along with gazelles, antelope, bison, and cattle.
Wait, Sam, hold on. Cattle?
Bovidae? Bovidae.
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 Wait. Cattle?
Bison and cattle.
No, maybe only certain
Sheep
types
and goats
of cattle.
belong to the family Bovidae, along with
Because then
gazelles.
That's weird, honestly.
These animals are all hoofed, with 2 toes being most prominent.
Oh, wait, is bovidae just whatever Jews can eat?
Cud-chewing herbivores.
Is bovidae just what Jews eat?
They
Is
don't,
bovidae anything a Jew can eat?
they don't eat meat, no.
A Jew?
Cattle.
They eat cattle. They just don't eat pork.
They don't eat steak.
Jews?
Kosher?
Yeah, kosher. You can eat steak.
You can?
Yeah, you just can't have like pork, goat, maybe.
Goats in the Bovidae.
Yeah, I think it's whatever the split hoof or not split hoof.
Two split, yeah, 2.
What does a cow have?
It's cattle, so I assume it's 2.
Yeah, I think a bovidae is what a Jew can have. So maybe a candelabra is probably a bovidae. What else? Yarmulke, so bovidae. I think
Yarmulke Bovidae.
kosher's weird. Kosher's like they got some random ones in there. No shellfish. That's pretty sad for people living in the Mediterranean.
I'm not getting anything on the kosher Bovidae.
I guess they can have regular fish. It's not shellfish.
Think they can have tuna?
Yeah, tuna's fine. It's a
Yeah.
regular fish. Regular.
Salmon?
Yeah, I just can't have shell like lobster, clam,
It's so weird. Like, why draw the line there?
because they're dirty animals.
Why? What makes a lobster dirty? And not a fish?
'Cause it's more insect-like than fish. It's crustacean.
Christy. Okay.
You know, like
Well, I'm getting hungry now, so
well,
producer, I need some food.
the big deal with pigs, you know, 'cause Jews they're not a big fan of pigs. You know,
Juice.
is pigs don't sweat.
Oh. I didn't realize we got food right here.
Oh, we got snacks on the
You want
cast.
something? Yeah, you can get the mini beef stick if you want that. I'll take the
I don't want
regular.
it. I'm gonna stay mentally sharp, dude.
It's fair enough.
But
Keep talking. I open this.
big deal with pigs is they don't sweat. So like all the usually you let a lot of toxins get out of your body when you sweat. So pigs, they're just eating the most horrible stuff ever, and they're just holding a lot of it in their skin. That's why they wallow, you know, in the mud. They're just trying to get cool. Just pigs trying to cool out.
I didn't know that. Where'd you learn that from?
You know, I think the Bible. I don't know.
It's fair enough.
I think. Let's see. Let's go to the notes, dude. We're clearly running into a big rut here.
Man, how can you read that? Epstein. All right.
Nah, dude.
Let's get into it.
We know what happened to Epstein. He was taken out. This is something I was interested in asking you. I was interested in, you know, I think arguments have actually fully changed in society. Like, we used to, debate, you know? We used to get and we'd talk about ideas, and we would talk about, why this point is better than this point or something like that. And they're very, logically thinking. But I think the game has completely changed. I think arguments have turned into whoever can have the crazier flashbang.
The best clickbait.
No, not clickbait. Just the most absurd thing that you don't even know how to rebut because it's so absurd. Like, if I go, hey, I think that, you know, a dude is a dude. And you go, no, a dude's a woman. It's like, arguments have they've changed. Like, everything is now, instead of trying to be like, oh, well, the X chromosome proves that this is a man, and the Y chromosome proves that this is a woman.
So,
You know what you picking up what I'm putting down a little?
kind of. I mean, you gotta have universal truth in order to do an argument.
I guess. But that's what I'm saying. Maybe the universal truth is where it's kind of all stemming from. But even I'm trying to think of whatever. Like, maybe if people are saying from the river to the sea and they're meaning death to all the Jews, it's just such a flashbang statement that you're like, what? How could you? Or even
It is, though.
no, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying I think arguments now are not about smart things anymore. I think our attention span has completely
So
shrunk.
what's a smart thing to you? Like, what's a smart thing to argue about?
Not a smart thing to argue about. I'm just saying a smart point, one that's not just an insane non-factual. Like, if you're gonna argue about Russia and Ukraine, you can be like, well, Russia did have control over this area in 1654. They had peace treaties for it to be their land. And you can bring up all this stuff. Versus, Vladimir Zelensky. Is his name Vladimir? I don't know.
Yeah.
President Zelensky.
the battle of the
he's a
Vlads.
comedian. He used to play the piano with his penis. So we shouldn't trust him. That's literally an argument.
I heard
It's
an
the
argument.
biggest.
Well, I heard the argument. One of them was that he, I don't know if it was 2 days or a day before Putin invaded. He was kind of downplaying the whole thing of the invasion, like it wasn't gonna happen. And he was just like,
Ooh,
we shouldn't do anything about it.
that's tough.
Yeah, and then it happened, and everybody's like, get back to the piano and start, you know.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like they'll just throw out these random like one-liners that are just like. But the thing is, they do completely like flip your. Like they throw you off. It's like a flashbang. That's why I wrote down flashbang.
Well,
It's like because it
there's a name for those. Like if you're in a debate, there's a name for that. It's just like,
a flashbang.
yeah, it's something that has nothing to do with that has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the name for it is, but it's like that's when you know that you've won.
But I think that's I think that's like the argument meta right now is that it's not to bring up all these points because people don't have the attention span to listen to multiple points. Like you have to hit them with the most crazy thing possible. Because that's all their attention span will last for. I mean,
Yeah, we've been manicured, I guess you could say, to have a short attention span.
okay, do you think
It started with Vine, dude.
what okay,
Think about it.
but here's where the conspiracy comes in. Do you think this is a natural progression of okay, like the human species, whatever? Do you think this is just
Whatever.
how humans are moving and we're going to move through history, or do you think this is man-made, as in Russia or China is infiltrating our society with apps like TikTok and stuff like that, and they're feeding us short-term content? They're infiltrating the school system, and do you think it's really that complicated, or is it just humans are just I don't know, our senses are easily are touched by the new technology we have, and it's allowing us to be stupider, and we're just like, you think it's natural, or do you think there's outside forces?
I think it's a little bit of both.
How so?
Like I think TikTok is definitely into that. It's Chinese way to make Americans stupider.
Do you think for real?
Yes,
Dang.
because there have been studies. I don't know if you can call them studies, but in China, they have TikTok, obviously in China,
Yeah.
and the things that are being put on like a 15-year-old screen in China is like math and like learning things, and in America, it's just like dumb, what they call brain rot now.
But also, like, in China, those are things that are valued. Like, here, things that are valued are like, ooh, famous people, cool stuff.
Well, sure, but why is that?
Like, it could be explained as that, but it also could be that's what they're getting fed.
Yeah, and we're getting fed that because that's all we're getting fed. I mean, I've got a lot to say about celebrities and like how it's kind of bad for to idolize them is really bad, but
Yeah.
yeah, going back to your original question, like it's a little bit of both because I mean, if you think about it, technology's still super new to humans, so
Very new.
it's like we're still trying to figure out how to navigate it the best way, and obviously anything can be what's the word, like abused. So
Yeah.
technology is being abused by not having restricting yourself to a couple hours a day on it, just like being mindless scrolling like that. And so we don't really know how to use it very well yet. For optimized use of it, I guess.
Yeah.
And since we don't know how to use it very well, I think China's taking advantage of us in that way.
Dang, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, it just
Chew on that one for a few hours, brother.
it makes you start to ask questions like, would we, even though the internet does so much good for us, would it be better to just not have it, or
No.
do we
Nope.
need social media or these things that
I don't think it'd be better to not have it. I think it'd be better if everybody learned how to use it.
okay.
Just like, you can say the same thing about chocolate. Like, eating too much chocolate is gonna make you fat. So I'm just like, just ban chocolate. You know.
Well, this is an argument I had with a coworker, literally. Like, I don't know, yesterday or the day before.
Mid throw up.
No.
Was he in the stall next to you?
No, this is after the recovery. We got the new Windows like 11 or whatever, and it has the Copilot, which is the Windows.
Oh, the window. Oh, I thought you meant like Windows.
No,
Not like on the computer.
no, the
You
operating
got 11
software.
new Windows?
No, but the Copilot is like the built-in Windows AI.
Okay.
You know.
Wait, I
And
thought Windows, Microsoft had its own like. Sorry, this is totally off.
it is.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like Windows or Microsoft's like, which is like also being like they have a weird.
Yeah, it has a
I
name.
don't even know how.
It's not Copilot. It has a name.
I think
like,
it is Copilot.
like
And that's what it
Miranda.
is on.
Or Bertha or something.
Oh, you mean like the overall thing? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the application in the computer is called Copilot.
Okay.
And I can click this thing. And I've been experimenting because honestly, dude, I'm like, I should probably, I don't know if it's right or not, but I should probably learn how to use it and like be somewhat good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, the things that I can do with it are insane. I can, a lot of times I'll get an email and I'd be like, I could sit here and think about how to respond to this email and make it sound professional, make me not sound stupid, you know, make it blah, 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 blah. A lot of second guessing I do with writing emails. I will copy the email that I receive, paste it into the AI, say, reply to this, saying you will or won't or whatever, in just horrible language, no punctuation, nothing. And then it'll write me, and it'll give me 3 responses. I'll read through them. I'll have to do barely any editing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll respond. And it takes so much guesswork, or in so much like second guessing, and like
Second guessing.
I'll write an email. I'm like, oh, is that really the best grammar or whatever? And even though it is grammatically correct, I'll be like, does it sound nice?
You mean
Whatever.
when you write your own?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I mean, it's a cheat code. It's literally a cheat code to just have that. And then I was talking to my coworker. I was like, yo, you should try this out. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. And I was like, why? I mean, it saves me so much time. And he's like, because then I won't be able to, I'll start to lose the ability to, learn how to think and write an email. And I was like, yeah. But also, what if you're just productive and have time to do other things then?
Mm-hmm.
What if you can just get more done and not have to worry about that? And you do still have to have the mental capacity to look over the email and be like, "This is complete trash. Does this make sense?"
Yeah.
So you're still thinking through it. It's just maybe taking out some of the creation process, but I don't know. Maybe something to think about. Do you think? Okay. To put it to you, do you think? Are you more like my side? Should we grow with it, or should we kind of keep our distance and from this AI?
In your specific scenario, I can see the argument for both sides. Off of just gut instinct, I would side with your coworker.
And you are, and let's. Sorry to cut you off, but let's put it out there, dude. You are financially biased. You got some stocks held up in AI right now.
I purposely have not looked at it recently. I'm terrified. Maybe after the pod I'll look it up. I'll let y'all know on Patreon.
Yeah, dude.
This is not financial advice, by the way. So, yeah, I just by my gut tells me to side with your coworker on that, because I think it's good to think about things and think through something, even if it is just an email and how to respond to somebody, because you're always gonna have that. I know it's a business email, and it's gotta look professional, but you're always gonna have to have conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
And you'd rather know how to talk to somebody than just, you can't have a conversation like me and you and have me type in an AI prompt real quick and be like, hey, this is what to say.
Yeah.
But I can also see what you're saying about it'll save time, and then you have time to do other things that are productive. But I mean, you have to be productive on something else. What? What? She's raising her hand, like waving it.
What?
What do you want to say? Can I repeat it, or is it gonna take forever? Okay.
Divergent. They, like, quote unquote, neurodivergent is because they thought that it
Wait. What's neuro? She's asking.
Autism.
So autistic?
The low form autism.
We can say the A word here. It's
the
fine.
low form autism and like social, like they're just our.
We've got women's input.
I just was saying, a lot of people now that aren't autistic or whatever are saying, oh, I'm neurodivergent, and I'm definitely going to get on some people's nerves here. But they're like, oh, I'm, like, special. I, like, get chills when somebody makes this noise or whatever. Or I'm like, I don't react that way in public because I'm socially awkward. Do you think because of the amount of, like, internet and things that we have now, like, people, I feel like with AI, people will get more like that. And they'll be like, oh, I'm different or I'm special. I don't roll that way because they don't go out in public as much as like people used to or interact as much as people used to because we're stuck inside and we can build these like doing things over and over again habits.
Yeah, I think that
Thank you, Grace, for your input.
I think that I think there's two things.
I think so.
That we're losing maybe creativity by being inside all day or working through a phone. There's like some weird disconnection. Even though we're connected to a lot of people, there's disconnection and conversations aren't had normally. And so you lose the ability to like function in the real world. And I also think the other thing that's happening is you're seeing how so many other people are reacting to things that you're just probably like taking how they react. And so if you hear one thing, you're like, oh, that sounds interesting, I'll say that. Instead of having to like create your own person and be your own person, you're like filling in that void with other people posting about how they feel. You're saying, oh yeah, I agree, I feel that way too, even though you might not feel exactly that way. It just is trendy at that time. You know what I mean?
No. That just sounded like a bunch of word vomit to me, to be honest. Sorry, it just like I don't think that answered her question at all. That makes sense?
She was saying, why do you think people are acting basically socially awkward and acting neurodivergent? Is it because of this technology? And then would it increase, would people get more socially awkward and more neurodivergent whenever we introduce AI and you have to think even less and you're more interconnected with the internet? And I was saying there's could be two reasons for that, in my opinion. Would be that we're disconnected because we speak through a weird medium where we're not with each other and interacting, and also we have the ability to see so many people's opinion and just ideas thrown out there, that instead of coming up with our own ideas and opinions and feelings and emotions, that we're just stealing them from other people and acting the way that, we see people acting instead of being our own human.
Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying now. Like, at least the second point.
Yeah, I had to spew the first part and then the rest of the chunks came later.
Yeah, not having your own opinion on things is I think kind of a big deal that people don't realize. Like, people will see something online and they'll be like, oh, this is true. Like, they won't even look at it themselves, the research or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it sounds like it's an excuse to be, I guess, neurodivergent or whatever, like being different from everybody else because you don't have the relationship with humans, which is what I was going to say, is that humans are wired to have relationships with other humans. So it's like, that's probably why my gut tells me that not using, like in your scenario, not using AI to do an email would be the right way to go about it, because you need to think in order to
Yeah.
communicate with other humans, because having a relationship with humans is essential.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just
The fact that
there definitely are circumstances where people are there's something going on. There's some wires that are not connected, you know. There's definitely those circumstances.
yeah.
But then I feel like there probably is a lot of circumstances that are being overlooked where a person is just not what's the word? Homogenizing with the world. They're not trying to be an active member in society, and then they're just blaming it on
They're using it as a crutch.
yeah.
That's where I got a problem. For sure.
The problem is like they're using such a flashbang argument. You know, they're saying, "Oh, my brain is mentally disabled," and then you have to challenge a crazy statement. You have to say, "No, you're not mentally disabled," and which is like that takes a lot of proof and a lot of time.
I think
and
you have to.
know?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And
I don't
it's
think you
like,
have to tell them you're not. You have to say.
"You're not."
You have to be like, well, explain why, and then they'll explain why, and then you'll have to explain that they're wrong. No, you'll have to explain that, you know.
So
this,
they're gonna
this, and
bring up
this.
arguments. You're gonna tear them down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, be their enemy at first.
Yeah.
I'll be their friend.
Oh man.
But how would we get on this spiel?
I was kind of just curious about like AI stuff. I mean, the
When are you not, dude?
well, because it's interesting.
Every other week we're talking about AI.
It's coming up,
When
but
can we just talk about intelligence? Why we gotta throw artificial in the beginning?
because
Whatever happened to I?
you know why? Because intelligence is way more complicated.
Than artificial intelligence?
Yeah, dude. Because guess what? I was gonna start the podcast like this, but I'll middle it like this.
We're only in the middle.
We're celebrating my birthday podcast, which is the most insane thing. I was literally just a cell touching another cell, or was it? Is it atoms? I don't know. And then just
I think it's sperm.
boom, I came into life,
Thought
and
it's
then I
sperm.
grew inside water, and then I freaking literally breached out of my mom, and then all of a sudden I was in the world existing as a soul, and then at some random point, maybe like 2, 3, 4, whenever it happens for you, you just start to gain like memory or consciousness.
Consciousness.
It's like, bro,
How,
robots ain't never
what does
had to
that
go
do
through that
with
struggle, dude.
intelligence?
Because that's intelligence. That's where intelligence is.
Well, it's
And we don't-
all created from an intelligent mind.
I know, but it's just like, even that process is insane. You just, how am I even 22? How am I even, what is 22?
Praise
What
God, baby.
What is that time?
Yeah, you're old, bro.
Yeah, we're measuring it around some random 22 times around the sun. I am.
If you put that, in the caption in your Instagram post,
22.
delete it. Overused.
I mean, it's weird, and to think that some computer reading ones and zeros is gonna come up with intelligence. Like intelligence can be defined as something so easy.
Hmm.
You know?
Let's talk about A now. Let's talk about artificial. What makes something artificial?
When you think about what,
It's almost
let's
like-
start with
hold up.
artificial things.
Did we talk about this? It's almost like our last podcast. You're like, our AI cannot make something new.
Yeah.
It's like, if you think about the word artificial, it's like the opposite of new,
Yeah.
right? It's fake.
Well, let's think
It's
about
fake
some,
intelligence, dude.
let's think,
F-I.
let's think about some artificial things so I can get my brain there. What is artificial? Make sure your mic's on.
Let's drop the mic.
Shoot.
Um,
Sweetener.
intelligence.
Intelligence.
What
What else is artificial?
Flavors.
Yeah, artificial flavoring.
Grace, help.
There's got to be more, dude.
Boobs. Artificial boobs.
That's true. And unfortunately,
Is that what they call them? No.
No.
That's, come on.
Okay, maybe we just
Be for real.
fake things. What else is fake?
News.
News. Artificial news.
Fake. Fake eyelashes.
Wait, I think fake is not right. Artificial is.
Artificial is the same thing as fake.
I don't think so.
Look it up, dude. I'll look it
I
up.
think it's the difference. I don't know what the difference is, but I think it's different.
I
'Cause it-
bet you.
Because saying
I
fake,
bet you my AI stock it'll be in the synonyms.
well, saying fake news and artificial news does not sound like the same thing.
Artificial means made or produced by human beings.
Yeah, not the same. Fake could just mean that's a fake Gucci bag. It's not a real Gucci bag.
It's made by somebody.
Huh?
Ooh, what's insecure? No, let's not go there.
I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so we're getting back to what is artificial. Artificials are things that are not made by nature. Well, if we're made by nurture, then we're artificial intelligence.
What?
You know, like are humans nature or nurture? You know
I've
that
never
thing?
heard of that.
Like where do you get your habits from, or your tendencies? And people argue whether it's nature or nurture. Like if your parents beat you, then it made you a specific way, or maybe your nature, like it's just you were always going to be that way, or have those tendencies that you do. Like you were always going to tend to be a mad person or a happy person, or whereas the opposite, like, you know, nurture is like your parents made you a naturally happy person or a naturally angry person.
What's your point?
You think if you're not nature, if you're nurture, then we're artificial intelligence, because we're made from not nature.
All right, you heard it here, folks. We're artificial.
I mean, I'm
This
just going on
entire
definitions.
podcast is made by AI. We're not real.
It actually, it's like
It's all fake.
AI touches every every second of this sound, and
Yep. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be where we are today without AI.
what do we value that's real?
Money.
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 Money's not real though.
Dude, I can't with you, dude.
It's not, dude.
Money's not real. Money's not real. Look at my wallet.
You know why money's not
$0.
real? Because the government can just make more.
If you're homeless, just buy a house.
I mean, the government. You know what's insane? The government can literally be homeless and they can just go buy a house.
That's insane.
They can literally, they can be $33 trillion in debt, and they'd be like, "We need some money," and they just get some money, and we're just okay with that. Bro, sometimes it just hits me, and I just get, man, I get a little fuego, dude.
Man.
I get fired up. I get,
Being financially stable is all right.
huh?
I don't know. I'm not as fired up as you are.
I literally, by the books, I'm a million times more financially stable than my government. If we're going by the books.
Are you in debt?
No.
Let's go, dude.
Why would I be in debt? Dude,
You're on.
I mean,
You're better than the government.
I'd have to, like, if we, I wonder what the number would shake out to be if we valued America, because
Oh, dude, like at least, 10 pesos or something.
at least.
Quid.
Quid.
Let's talk about quid real quick.
Quid. Euros.
Why you name it quid?
I don't know, dude.
Wait, is quid the same as euros?
You know, I was wondering that the other day. You know what's weird?
It's not. She's shaking her head.
What's weird, Josh, is I was wondering about that. Because what's the difference between quids and pounds?
Oh my goodness, dude. You're right. Quids are...
A euro is like in the UN. The British people don't even use euros anymore. British
like a
people
pound.
use.
Quid is an informal British slang term for pound. So it's like buck.
you
Like a
quid-
buck. Like here.
What a stupid name. Where'd they come up with quid? Oh wait, that's referring to the U.S. dollar.
No. It was giving an example.
Oh. You know where we got buck from?
I do.
From where?
Deer.
Wrong.
Okay.
I'm just kidding, dude. That was dead on. I'm proud of you.
Where does the word quid come from?
You know, but you know why it was a big deal is because literally, whenever we first came to America and we were kind of like settling it, or not first came, like, you know, after it became America, and then we
Mm.
were kind of like settling the frontier.
Oh, this makes sense.
What
Quid.
was it?
It says quid may come from the Latin phrase quid pro quo, which translates as something for something. So it's like you're exchanging money, something for something.
Dang, let's change dollar to quid.
And dude, that's way better than buck.
Quid. British people are kind of
Yo.
always pretty smart, though.
They do. They got the best names for everything.
Did you know?
Like a water bottle.
You know, people in the American frontier used to not eat deer. I
Dude,
like
whose
it
dog sleeps
or
like
like
this,
it at
bro?
all. Bro, he's
Whose
vibing.
dog sleeps like this?
I don't know if he's on camera at all, but he,
I don't know if they see his feet. I've been playing with his feet the whole time, dude.
That's
his
so
dog.
funny.
Anyway,
You know, the American frontier, they used to not eat deer at all. They used to think it's kind of like gross and just not eat it.
gross.
Well, I don't know if they just didn't eat it. You know what they ate instead? Was the big food?
No, bison.
Nope. Bear.
Hold on.
Well, bison.
I was
Yes.
gonna keep guessing.
Bison. I said bison.
You said bear.
All right. I slept a little. Yeah, dude. They were munching.
What?
They were munching bears.
Is that why we don't have bears like kind of everywhere in the U.S. right now?
I think so.
They're
I
hunting
think
them?
it took out a good majority.
Man, dude.
I mean, we were munching the heck out of bear, and so we would be eating the bear meat, and we would sell the deer skins, and the deer skin was basically $1, so we called them bucks. But we were just, you know,
Isn't
that's
that
all we used
crazy?
it for.
Isn't that crazy that that term is still around? Buck. Like you think about it and like.
How many languages do you think came out of the Babel?
Oh, dude, at least 50.
You think 50?
Yeah,
Not
because
just
they.
like 2 or 3?
Well, no, way more than that. Because you have to think about, they were building the tower to go to heaven, and they had to have been at least 50 layers up.
Do you think they're the pyramids?
No.
Do you think?
Man, we were like speed this
Because I
speed
want
round.
to know. What do you think? Is the tower? Did he say he flattened it? I don't think he said specifically.
I don't know. I'd have to reread it.
I don't think he said specifically like he demolished it. So why didn't? Because I've always kind of thought that they might just be the pyramids. Because, like, you know how they say we can't explain how they built the pyramids, but it would kind of make sense if we all had, like, one mind and one language and, you know, we had time to figure it out?
Yeah.
Is that reasonable?
I can see where you're coming from, but I don't buy it.
Why not?
Flashbang.
Bro, that makes me angry. Dude.
Yeah.
That gets me keyed up.
That's all I'm gonna say when I don't know what to say.
All right.
Flashbang.
Dude.
Get banged, dude.
So everybody's just vibing. I'm trying to take myself back to the Tower of Babel.
Oh, we're back there now?
We're just vibing.
'Kay.
Everybody's all on the same page. Which is crazy.
And then
That means there was actually, like, everybody was kind of getting along.
not necessarily.
I think, for the most part,
Mm.
we all had the common goal.
Mm.
Or maybe people were slaving people to kind of do it.
Mm.
Dang. I think,
Can you just imagine just like me and you right now talking to each other, and then in like half a second you just start speaking Russian,
bro,
and I'm like, I start speaking like Mexican.
do you think? Wait, do you think?
That's crazy. No, Mexican.
Do you
That's
think,
different.
Josh?
Mexican. Mexicano. Espanol. That's different.
Mexicano, bro. He started.
Whatever.
He started speaking.
I know more about Spanish. I am literally. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, bro.
Just get out here, white woman. Think she knows everything.
Go Raiders. Go
Hey,
Raiders.
go Raiders.
Oh, bro. Go Raiders.
Oh yeah. Speaking of football, who you got for Sunday?
It's Chiefs and the 49ers.
Yep.
If they were 20 more, then I'd go for them.
Right
I'm gonna go for Chiefs.
Give me that. What? Chiefs.
Well, because the guy I work with, JP, he made a good point. He said, I'm voting for the Chiefs for 2 reasons. 49ers win, then they have more Super Bowl than the Cowboys. So that's a home. You just got to look out for the home team. And the Chiefs actually used to be in Houston. The original team was from Houston.
Are they there now?
I just don't want to. But you want to vote for California? San Francisco? The pit?
Look, I know it's a pit, but
And here's another argument. Mahomes is the only person that might actually have a possibility of getting as many rings or more
As
as
Tom.
Brady.
I get that, but like,
What's there not like about him that much besides Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? They can go kick the bucket.
I don't know, dude. Like, I really couldn't care less whoever wins.
This is the most.
But I like Brock Purdy's story, dude. The last pick in the draft,
That is clean.
and the second year he's starting. Second year he's playing.
Is he good?
No,
I've literally cared.
no, he's not.
I've cared so little about. Well, then Mahomes will always win. It's always a better quarterback for some reason. Wins
well,
the Super Bowl.
Brock's
The more
offense
veterans,
is stacked.
doesn't
the main
matter. It's
reason.
always the quarterback. I don't know what it is, but it's always like one of those things. Like,
Yeah, whatever, dude. I think it might be rigged, dude.
you think?
I think so. You yeah, as the Chiefs, you're sucking in the regular season, and then you just win all your games in the post, and because you have Taylor Swift.
No, I'll
Dude,
tell you.
They
no.
want the confetti picture when they win. They want the confetti with Taylor Swift and Travis
No.
Kelce kissing, and then I agree.
No.
If he proposes, it's rigged.
No, I'll
He's
tell
gonna propose and be like, "Will you marry me?" and get the Pfizer shot.
No,
It's gonna be that.
I'll tell you why. They're kind of freak show athletes and psychopaths. You can't. They want to win too bad to lose. To throw.
What?
They want to. No, I don't think they. I think they care, but I think they don't care. Tom Brady did not care about the money, dude. He wanted Super Bowls. I don't think you convince the psychos to lose games. Like, that's all they care about their whole life. I think they literally care about winning more than the money. Like, they're still going to get paid. But
Okay.
you just can't convince me. They convinced the whole NFL to let one team win and know you're not going to be the winning team. How could you convince that many people and it not get out? And
Because it's fun to think that, dude.
it's not.
Just be on my side
it's
for
not
once.
realistic.
It's fun. Who cares about realism, bro?
I do. You know why? Because
Screw you,
you're
dude.
trying to throw these freaking flashbang arguments. You're trying to come at me with, oh, you know, what color's a dog or something stupid.
Brown, white.
Wow,
Black.
you missed the only color that's
He
not
got
on my-
brown in him, dude. Look at him.
barely golden.
Brown, blue,
Creme,
black.
marshmallow when it hits the flame.
Yo, he is golden brown, dude. Look at him.
I think that we need to ask AI who's going to win the Super Bowl. Ask AI. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
You really think?
Oh, they don't have. They only go to
don't.
2022.
dude.
Dang it,
You
dude.
know, I thought you knew AI, dude. I was
I-
gonna
I
let you in
can't-
on some of my stocks.
No, dude.
I was gonna let you in.
No, I don't want
I
your
was gonna
stocks.
let you know where I was at.
Your stocks are going to tank
Don't say that, dude.
viciously.
Don't say that, bro. You always speak
You've
things into
only got
existence.
$1,000 in.
Dude, if that's your New Year's resolution for me, I might
It
quit
is.
the pod. I'm gone. I'm walking.
No.
All right. Flashbang. Just add a white screen on YouTube.
I would, dude. if
Every
I knew
time
how
we
to
say
edit.
flashbang, add a white screen.
I'd just do like Michael Bay or something, just like
And
text.
the flashbang sound effects.
And I do like the Transformers scene when the gas station blows up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
That's cringe, dude.
All right. I'm gonna get back to a serious topic, dude.
Okay.
Putin said
Oh my goodness.
at the end of his,
No.
he said
We're
a
done
little.
with
He
Putin.
said a little clip.
We're way past Putin.
No, he said a little clip, dude. At the end of the podcast with Tucker Carlson, he said, "Oh, these people are already making superhumans, and he started talking about superhuman
Oh,
superintelligence.
I read this.
And then he said that Elon has already been putting chips in people and making super intelligent humans. Why would he have any reason to lie about that?
Well, half that's true. How would he know? How would Vladimir Putin know?
Because they have every country has spies. They're all keeping intelligence on each other. Like, it's always...
True that, dude. You're so right.
Ooh, do not try to false... Ooh, don't do that, dude. All these countries...
No, it was announced like a couple days ago, beginning of this week, I think, about them actually putting the chips in people. I don't know about superhumans.
They've actually
but
done it already?
yeah, it's like public knowledge. But the superhuman part, I don't know about that.
Bro, things are about to take off. If you could put AI in your brain,
Would you do it?
I might be fifth.
The fifth in line?
If 4 people work in front of me and I don't do it, that's 4 people, dude. That's a good amount.
Dude, what if you could talk to your dog through it?
If you could talk to your...
Whoa.
Everybody's signing up.
Everybody's signing up.
And it would be the stupidest reason ever because they would literally go food, sex, water, food, sex, water. And...
Throw up.
Dude,
Throw
what is he
up.
saying when he's dragging his butt?
I don't know. I go eat grass.
Grass.
Bird. Squirrel. That's literally... It's dug and up. That's literally what's going to be like.
Yeah, there's like people that
Squirrel.
think their dogs have emotions. No, dude. He's thinking so literally.
Yeah.
Like food, water, sleep.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way he's having converse.
Anyway. Chips in the brain.
Do you think... So you know how the dogs don't get to go to heaven?
What?
You know that?
You're dropping this bomb on me right now?
Yep. You think there'll be any animalia in heaven?
You asking me if there's going to be any animals in heaven when you tell me there's not going to be dogs? So why would they include any other animals?
I don't know. Maybe...
Yeah, I think so.
No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
For real?
Yeah.
What?
And talk about horses and Revelations?
Literally talk about so many insane animals.
Yeah, but that's talking about while everything's kind of like... The earth is like shattering and new earth and...
New heavens, new earth, buddy.
And animals?
Read about it.
Wait, so there's going to be dogs, but I just won't get my dog?
There's not going to be dogs, bro. Come on.
Why not?
'Cause look at you think you're going to be in heaven?
Holy frick, dude. No chihuahuas, but only white wolves.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's crazy, dude.
Man.
No way there's a chihuahua that makes it to heaven.
Oh, hold up. You
No
think
way it
there's going to
does.
be like the only
Prime
the
species?
original breed? Like wolf. Like of everything. Tiger.
Maybe.
No, like little breeds.
Wait, white people? No, I'm just I'm just playing.
Regulars?
No, I'm just playing, dude. It would literally not even be white people. But
Oh, man. I cannot believe you said that.
sorry. It was too good of a...
Clap so we can cut this part out.
Oh, we forgot to clap.
Oh, we did.
Well,
You think there's going to be like a skin color in heaven?
that's what I am kind of wondering, because, like, from your dad I've heard, and from, like, a lot of people, it seems like we'll be having bodies. But it's like, what are we gonna be doing? Like, are we gonna be 20? Are we gonna be 40? Are we gonna have genitalia? Are we gonna have long hair?
I hope, bro.
It just... Clothes? Because even clothes seem kind of weird. But then it's like when you don't have clothes, it's like...
Whoa.
That's even weirder. You know?
Some people.
Imagine stumbling in heaven. I mean, that's just freaking... That's the freaking GG, dude.
Yeah. Something to think about. Anyways, your grandma sent us a text.
What'd she say?
You're the only one who replied.
What? Really?
Yeah,
I
couple
can't see.
days
I don't
ago.
have my phone. What
a
was
couple
it?
days ago.
On Patreon?
No, and she texted us.
What did she say?
I don't even know she has my number. She's like, "Yo, check out this new sport."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't even click the link.
I thought you were talking about Patreon. She's talking about slap fighting. Did she want us to talk about it on the podcast?
Oh, she didn't even send us the link. She sent us a. She sent,
Yeah, that's
she sent us a picture from the newspaper.
that's the
That's
crazy.
ultimate grandma. That is. Did you read this?
I didn't read all of it, but I read enough to get the general idea. Just talking about
Shout out
slap fighting.
Graham. Gam.
You know, like the CFU, the UFC,
The CPU.
like
yeah.
they bought slap fighting or whatever, and people were
Yeah.
watching it like big time.
Yeah, it's like huge in like Russia, right? It's kind of Baltic states.
Dude, Putin also told this one story.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I gotta get this off my chest. He was talking
Talking about slap fighting.
Tucker Carlson asked him like a question that almost didn't have anything to do with it. Oh, he's like, how are you planning to unite the people like once the war's over? And Putin's like, let me tell you a story. And he's like, there were some Russian soldiers invading some Ukrainian soldiers, and the Ukrainian soldiers were like obviously in a horrible spot, like they're not gonna win. And the Russian soldiers, they screamed, they go, "You guys, surrender now, or you're gonna die." And then the Ukrainian people responded back, "Russians never surrender." And then they all killed each other.
Okay.
And I was just thinking that makes sense why, because nobody wins in slap fighting.
Everybody loses?
Yes, dude.
Oh, hey, you trying to lose?
Like no, dude, no,
You trying to lose?
no.
Let's do it.
Smacking hurts so bad.
Let's do it.
Like to get your cheek popped.
Come on.
Popping your cheek is.
Yo, let's do it for Patreon. Ooh. Now you're thinking about it. Money gets involved. He's in it.
There's
He's in.
gonna be. I'm gonna put this out there. There's gonna be big things on the Patreon. We're gonna put out exclusive content.
Big hands to the face things.
We're actually gonna. I'm gonna slap my dog.
In his sleep? Go for it.
No, dude, I'm not. He's over there.
All right, you and Grace
Big
slap
chillin'.
fight.
No, dude.
That's more fair.
You can't hit women. That's illegal.
I mean, if it's consensual.
Dude, I've been playing him for weeks. I want to know what it feels like.
Just to be beaten?
Like hard.
You've
slap.
never been slapped? Really?
Like hard slapped? Have you?
Yeah.
Who slapped you hard?
My brother and stuff.
Hard?
Sure.
Across the face?
Uh-huh.
Like as a kid?
Yeah.
Nah, I think it only counts like adult.
It only counts as an adult.
Yeah, 'cause that's not full force. He was kid force.
That won't slide with the judge, bro.
Your Honor. He was a kid.
It only counts as an adult.
No, but I'm talking kid on kid. That's only kid force. I'm talking man on
Dude,
man.
a man on man is the same as if you're a kid on a kid. It's the same.
No, 'cause kids are freaking rubber balls, dude. They can, those things are indestructible. You can kick a dang kid, he's okay.
You want to try?
We don't have any kids.
On our Patreon, we'll kick a kid. Name a
Sne-
kid, we'll kick him.
Sneaky. Our friend.
Name a random name, and we'll find a kid with that name. We'll kick him. Guaranteed.
Ayo, Alshante.
Alshante. Okay, we're not gonna find Alshante, but we're gonna find somebody
we
like
go to the North Park Mall. Alshante.
Marcus. We'll find a Marcus.
And the one kid that turns his head, bro, is in for a rough day.
We're gonna send out a Craigslist ad, being like, "We need a male named Marcus, age, what age you want?"
And you know who shows up, dude?
Marcus.
The
or
police.
Marcus.
When you're asking for Marcus, the 5-year-old, to come to my house, I have a bounce house. You freaking
My
You
hand
know?
is ready for you.
yikes.
You'll get a cop straight to your front door.
You'll get a police officer, Michael Jackson, and
Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein will show up to your house.
Stephen Hawking will show up. I don't know how he'll get up your stairs, but he'll get up here somehow. If there's a kid up here, he'll find you.
Okay, if Stephen Hawking's gonna have a cool like computer, why didn't he have Tread?
tread on his wheels?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Like
sure.
with the triangle.
I'm
That
sure he
was cool.
had like some kind of,
No, he had basic wheelchair.
You think he put chains on him in the winter? On the kids, I mean.
Ooh, that was
That
good.
was so bad.
Good, bro.
Oh
Did you steal that?
no, I'm like that.
I think. All right, this is the other thing. Do you think that the pedophile rings like Jeffrey Epstein's Island, how big do you think they are?
Was it lit? How big they were?
How big do you think this group is? The elite group. You think it's
Oh, dude.
you think it's unanimous?
What do you mean by that?
You think we can have any leaders that are not doing this?
Oh, sure. There's got to be somebody who's not doing it.
I mean, do you think though?
Yeah.
Because it seems like almost all of them.
Not everybody's crazy and psycho.
I don't know, dude. Once you get to the super level, I don't know. I would like to think so.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, do you think that there's a pedophile sex ring, demonic Satan worship, Hollywood?
No. That's a bit of a stretch. Until there's some
Well, that's like the big,
evidence.
that's the big conspiracy is like, they're doing, people in Hollywood are doing freaky things. They're doing,
Oh, I'm sure they're doing freaky things.
they're drinking kids' blood or whatever. Wild.
It's a little far-fetched.
But you say this stuff is far-fetched, and then something like Jeffrey Epstein's Island comes out, and you see the small list, and the small list has a lot of people.
Yeah. What's your point? I'll believe it when I see it.
I feel like we've already started to see it. And so my point is,
We should buy an island.
I don't know.
We should buy an island called Honky Island.
Maybe you should just tell me. You think there's more good out there than the really big bad?
I'm going to quote J.R.R. Tolkien for this one.
Tolkien.
There's got to be good in this world, and it's worth fighting for.
Praise God, dude.
So, yes.
That was beautiful.
It's a good quote.
I-
Always something to fight for, dude.
What are you fighting for, dude?
Find it in this pod. I've been going forever.
Amen, dude. That's where we should end it. We should end it on The Hobbit.
Yeah, bro.
Appreciate you guys. We're going to do a Patreon. Some exclusives coming up, so subscribe. There's going to be a beautiful video that we're putting together tomorrow.
Yeah,
and
nice promo vid. Oh, shout out the Instagram. We got Instagram now.
We do. Follow us on Instagram if you...
Everything is Honest Honkies. The name has not been taken on anything.
I have had the easiest time locating Honest Honkies
We've
as
got
a username.
We've got an email, honesthonkies@gmail. We got the TikTok. We got the Instagram, the YouTube, and something else. Patreon.
That's wild.
We're not on Snapchat yet, or ever.
Yeah,
I don't get the market there.
Snapchat sucks.
I don't get the market.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're at all that.
What do
Follow
you
us
think
there.
black holes sound like?
All right. See y'all later. It's been fun.
Honks out, dude.
Honks out.
Flashbang.
Honk out. Flashbang. Grace, hit it with a honk. All right. I don't know if you heard that. She said honk.
No way she heard.
All right. Here's the honk, Blue.
Wait, hold on. Let me pan it to the dog.
He hits with a honk. Ready?
Oh my gosh, I'm so close to the.
That's the wrong one.
Oh,
That's the wrong.
oh, this is brutal. My face is gonna be 4K in that
All
camera.
right. You ready? Hit us with the honk, Blue. Hopefully y'all heard that. Honks out.